Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed and welcome to the VS Code Practice channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I built this tic-tac-toe game. I will also discuss the technique I used and the problems I encountered during this project and how I solved them. While scrolling through Front-End Mentor's project, I stumbled upon this game. Even though wasn't free, I was determined to take on the project. I captured screenshots of their game design, downloaded them, and I started building the project using React.js. This was achieved using the following commonly used command: npx create react app followed by the name of the project. After installing React.js, I begin structuring the project's folder. I create folders called components and pages, etc. In my folder structure, I prefer having components folder within index.js file and a style folder inside it. I find this structure helpful as the project grows larger as it is reduce the confusion. Once the environment was set up, we started with the first step of the projects, which involved creating X and O icons. Initially, I searched for SVG icons of X and O, but I couldn't find the exact ones I needed. So I made the decision to create them manually. I begin by creating the table component, which serves as the container for holding all the boxes. Next, I create the box component, which represents the individual box that can hold either X or O icons. Then I proceeded to create the X and O icons using CSS. Now, let's discuss the state in the use state. I create a new key called IDA, which represents the ID element. This key will store the index values of each box, ranging from 1 to 9, indicating which box has been selected. The path key contains an array that stores the selected box object. Furthermore, I included a key named "Is there a winner?" with a default value of false. Its purpose to indicate whether we have a winner or not. We will change it to true if a winner is determined. Additionally, I added another key called winner path, which is an array holding the winning path or a line. We will examine each element in this array to determine if there is a winner in either the X or O line. After I finished initializing the state, I started creating a context API called TurnOffPlayer. This context API basically holds the turn key, which can be either 1, representing the X icon, or 2, representing the O icon. When a player presses on the box, if the turn was 1, we will change it to 2 to represent the O icon for the next press. The reason why I use it context API is because I have a separate component that cannot pass data from one component to another. That's why I used the context API. I created a function called initTable with the purpose of creating line boxes as objects with certain properties. For example, each box has a value property with the default value of 0. The value can change to either 1 representing the X icon or 2 representing the O icon. Each box also has an index k to hold its corresponding index. Additionally, there are other properties that describe this object. After creating these 9 boxes, I pushed them to the table array, which is defined using the useState hook. To ensure optimal performance, I used useMemo hook to only run this function once, as we won't need it after creating the boxes. Furthermore, I removed the manual indexing of the boxes that I had previously written, as the boxes are now added automatically by the initTable function. If we take a closer look at the box object, you will notice that I have added on-click event inside it. This event triggers a small function that checks the value passed from the table parent to the box child through the props, specifically the turn prop. Depending on whether the value is 1 or 2, we will add the X icon or O icons to the box. Now, let's discuss the matching function. You can understand its purpose simply by reading its name. Basically, it performs 2 tasks. First, when a player clicks on the box, it starts by searching for the box that the player clicked on and match it with the appropriate icon, either X or O, based on the turn property set in the useState hook. Once the correct box is founded, we pass the corresponding X or O icon component as a child to the box component. Additionally, we clone the table from the local state and add the new table with the select box to the existing table in the local state. The second task of this function will be discussed later, and this is the result until now. After creating a matching function, I create a folder called function helper. Inside this folder, I create a file called all winning path. Within this file, I implement a function called checkWin. This function takes the winning path array from the local state and started searching for any winning path. A winning path is indicated by finding 3 identical number values such as 111, which means the player with the X icon is the winner, or 222, which means the opposite player is the winner. However, the main issues with this algorithm is the time complexity, which is big O of n cube. This is a very inefficient bad algorithm, but I will working on it, finding a solution in my free time. I have created another function called winning path highlights. This function checks the is there a winner property in the local state. By default, its value is 4, but if there is a winner, it will be set to true. That will cause a winner path highlight function work, and it will highlight the winning line with either the blue or yellow color that depend on the which player who won. After that, I created a simple component header that hold an X and O logo, a box showing the turn, and a button for restarting the game. Next, I create a component called confirm restart to prompt the player to confirm whether they want to restart the game or cancel. And then I create a component called game counter. This component essentially consists of three rectangles that display the progress and the result of the game. Finally, these are the final result. However, there are still some issues on this game, one of which I have posted on GitHub issues repository if someone wants to contribute to this small project. Thank you for watching and staying until the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and put in the like to this video.